Hey guys, I hope that you're having a good day, and I got my family with me today. So we got Holly here, and then Luke, and then Heidi, and then my wife Katie, and our dog Bentley. And so we're excited to be able to at least connect with you in this way. We hate that we can't be together, but I was going to ask them a question real quick. So out of this quarantine, what is the one thing that you really miss the most, do you think?
I miss playing with my friends at school and church
Yeah.
and a lot of other stuff like Wednesday, Kids Rock,
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we're missing.
I miss hanging out with friends at church.
Yeah.
And I miss going to youth group on Wednesday nights.
Yeah. So you can tell we really miss being at church with y'all, and we wish that we could be there with y'all even sooner than we can. But hopefully sooner than later we can meet together as a church family again. But at least we get to connect with you in this way. Hopefully you're staying with us on our IBC 260 reading plan, and we're going through that together. It kind of still feels like that we're together, even though we're not. Whenever we're doing this. And so right now we're in 2 Corinthians chapter 8, and so we're getting towards the end of 2 Corinthians, and he starts to really try to motivate the people to really get involved in what he's doing. And he even brings up the church in Macedonia. There's a church that was just really struggling. They were in poverty, a lot of affliction that was happening there. But he said, hey guys, these guys, even though they're in affliction, they want to be involved in ministry. They want to they're delighting in ministry, and they're even begging us to be involved in what we're doing. He says, I want you all guys to be like them, because the church of Corinth was pretty wealthy, and even though they were wealthy, their heart really wasn't in the right place, and so he was trying to encourage them to do that. But Luke's going to read a few verses for us. My highlight verses was in 2 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 2. So go ahead, Luke.
During a severe trial brought about by affliction, their abundant joy and their extreme poverty overflowed in a wealth of generosity on their part. I can testify that according to their ability and even beyond their ability of their own accord, they begged us earnestly for their privileges of sharing in the ministry to the saints.
Yeah, so he's saying they're just begging us to be involved and want to do it. I mean, that's where their heart is throughout this whole process. And so it really is a heart check for the Corinthians, and it's a heart check for us as well. It's like, guys, make sure your heart's in the right place, because the Lord is constantly going before us. He's working in the middle of all of this chaos that's going on. And I want to make sure your heart is ready for that, and you're willing and ready, and you're delighting in His work. You know, whenever I ask the kids, and I don't know if any parent has really ever experienced this before, but to clean their rooms, one of the most ideal things for a parent would be them to come to me like, oh, I just so want to, can I go clean my room, please? And just beg me to go clean their room or do their chores or whatever. That would be just so awesome. Has that ever happened?
Nope.
No, you don't think so? Maybe that's pushing it too far. I don't know, but I think that's where God wants us to be too. Where it gets to the point from duty and discipline and drudgery to the point of obedience is delight in Him. So we wake up in the morning, every morning, we're like, I can't wait to pray. I can't wait to dig into His Word and to experience Jesus today, and to be able to follow where He leads me. That is the delight of my heart. And I hope that that's where you're at, that you have a kind of a heart check today, and just check the motivation of your heart and just the attitudes there. Because He desperately wants us to be involved in His ministry and His work around us. And I think He wants us to be there too, to where we delight in Him. In Psalm it says, delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. But what happens there is that your desires start to become His desires as we delight in Him. And so I hope that this is encouraging to you, and you check your own heart, and just to kind of see where you're at and the fruits of that in your life. And so, anyone else? Any other comments y'all have? Anything?
Well, so even though through this quarantine it's really like boring and all that stuff, we still need to like remain faithful in Him and joyful and hopeful.
Yeah, that's right. It's so easy for our hearts to get down and discouraged during this time. But He says, hey, we still have hope, and we can still remain faithful to that. All right, so y'all have a good day, and may God bless your family.
Holly, want to pray for us?
Go ahead.
Dear on through this and just pray for all the sick people and everything. Amen.
Amen. All right. Y'all have a good day. Thank you.